Okay, I think we're live. Yeah, it's sometimes not so easy to see that. I hope though that the internet is okay. Yeah, we should be live now. So I hope the internet's okay. I just have to make the screen a little bit less bright because I don't want to to disturb the rest of the telescopes here where I'm sitting. If you saw if you saw an earlier my earlier stream that I did, is the way they opened the roof here at iTelescope. I'm just going to see that I also see your comments here. One second. Let me make sure I see everything here. Yeah. Okay, I should be on the live screen now. That should work. Yes. Anyway, so what I've done, and I'm a little bit in the dark. Hi, Jacqueline is there. Good for you. You're probably one of the few people who are there at the moment. And Isabella, of course, is there. So that's in that's in Australia. Very good. Well, thank you for taking the time to join. So I'm sitting in an open observatory. The roof has been pulled back at the moment, and live and sounding great, very good. Okay, well, that's good to know. We have very little wind, and the best part is this here. Pete, my friend from the observatory, has given me the best thing. That's a hot water bottle, which is my best friend at the moment. Because when you sit here for hours, it does get quite cold, especially when you don't move. Okay, so yeah, that is my best friend. And anyway, let's get going. So what have I done? Today I have mounted, and you may have seen this in an earlier stream, I mounted my camera with a long lens. A long lens is a telelens, okay, a zoom lens. We can zoom into objects. So yesterday we had the wide field. We were looking yesterday at the Milky Way, okay. So this, let me just see if I can show you that. This is what we were looking at yesterday. Pictures like this, absolutely stunning, okay. We were looking at the there you go. We're looking at the live Milky Way, and you could see the most beautiful parts of the Milky Way are in Sagittarius, and why I like the South so much here, and you will appreciate that, you fellow Australians here, is that when you look up right now, and that's what I would do, you really see something extremely bright there, and that is from that comes straight from Sagittarius. Now sometimes we may have, wait a second, a little bit of internet problems. Hang on. Sometimes internet is bad. Okay, so sometimes the internet stream may be a little bit bad. So I can see that my own stream is not working properly. So just give me some feedback if it's still working, or if it is if it is buffering all the time. I'm not sure what's going on. So hopefully the buffering is not too bad. So I'm just going to wait for your feedback. Let me just find out how is the internet. Okay. So I just need to know if it's working at all, because it seems to be buffering. And my apologies for that. The reason is because there are so many telescopes down there, and so much data flowing backwards and forwards, uploaded, downloaded, and so on. Especially uploaded from pictures being uploaded, and there are 24 telescopes busy. So that is the reason sometimes why the bandwidth is not so good. So I don't know. Oh, you're gone. Yeah. I'm gone. Yeah. 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 Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Try to refresh. Try to refresh the screen. I think that may do the trick. Okay. But yes, it's not good. Uh, Okay. Okay. Ah, that's a pity. That is a pity. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't know. Okay. Okay. I. Okay. Okay. It's not. It's obviously not working. Okay. So. Okay. To, okay. Now. Hmm. Hmm. What a pity. Um. Now I seem to be back with some delay. Okay. That's not great. Okay, I think I'm back now. Um, what a nuisance this is. My apologies. Gee, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't see the comments right now. Is it working now? Let me see. Okay, back now. Okay, okay. Okay, so what I apologize. Please, uh, you have to just understand there are a lot of people uploading and downloading data now, and that is an issue. So sometimes we have the interruptions, and I can't control it, which is a pity. But let me just see what we can do now. Finally, about the lagoon and the Trifid Nebula. One second, I'm just going to enlarge the screen here. And I might have to rehome. Okay, let me just see. Okay, so what you see there is a live screen from. I'm just going to increase this a little bit. Hopefully this will work now. Okay, okay. Anyway, things are not things are not on my side tonight. I don't know why. Um, Hi, hi, Bill. Yeah, all well, and thank you. Okay, so at least you saw a screen. Now, I'm going to just share. I'm going to try now and just share my screen with you. Oh, no, the internet's down again. The internet, the internet comes and goes. Okay, I must just see if I'm still with you. One second. The internet is coming and going. It's what a nuisance. Let me see now. Gee. No idea. No idea if this is still working. I'm so sorry. Patience, yes, Jacqueline. I'm so sorry. Really, okay, but you do see something now. You're seeing a map. Thank you. It is working. So I'm jumping backwards and forwards and trying to do everything here. So what you see here is a map of the sky of the Milky Way as it is, and you can see there is there is a cross in the middle, and that's where the telescope is. So I just want to reposition it at the moment because I think things are just a bit confused. So I'm just going to do a home, tell this telescope to go home, find home, and that's what it's doing now. So it's going to move now back to home, and why I'm doing it is recalibrating its position, and by finding its absolute zero, it will find the objects much better. So at the moment it's just moving because suddenly nothing seems to work here. Before I had the Lagoon Nebula, then it disappeared. So I'm just hearing the telescope move. That's funny, isn't it? Good. Yes, I'll tell everybody to log off the net. Yes. One second, I just have to check whether the telescope is really moving. One second. Yes, it is moving. It is moving. Yes, it is still moving. Okay, so it's trying to find its home now, and now it's become a little bit quiet. So any second it should find its home. There we go. It's found its home. Okay, fine. Now I can start all over again. That's wonderful. I'm going to say now, you find for me, you will find for me both the Lagoon Nebula and the Trifid Nebula are called M20. So I'll tell it to find it and then to slew there. Okay, so he's going to go back now. As you can see, it's moving. Something's moving across the sky at the moment, and that's the telescope. So the telescope is going to find the position of the nebula. Okay, and whilst it's doing that, I'm going to jump back to my screen. And sorry, I'm doing all this on one screen, so it looks a bit confusing. Okay, that's better. And then I can open your chat window too. There we go. That's better. That's better. Hopefully we don't have so many interruptions now. So the telescope has now moved to its position, and we're right in the center of the Milky Way actually. And what I'm going to do now is see if I can take a three. Oh, it's again we have problems. Oh dear. Oh dear. Um, okay. Okay, I'm back again. So what I did is I switched the stream on and off, and then it does work. But I don't, to be honest, I don't think this is very pleasant for you. I really apologize. I was hoping this would go better, but the way it is at the moment is I would have to go back and use my cell phone rather, because I actually have a direct connection to the camera, but I don't think that the stream can cope with the bandwidth, unfortunately. So I don't think it is. It is. I apologize. It's just not good. Okay, it's just not good. So what I will do rather is I'm going to end the session and take some more images and make up for it in another time. Okay, so I'm so sorry about this. I was so looking forward to it because I have so many exciting things to show you, but sometimes it's just not possible. The technology is not up to date. Okay, so I know this is not what you expected. Okay, so let's try now. Okay, I don't know. It's just not good. But what I will do, Dawn, is I will take more images now. Okay, I'll take a lot more images, and I will show them. I will show them later. Because I don't know what else to do, because we're going to get this buffering problem the whole time. Let's just see, where are we anyway? Yeah. Look, I can show you something. I hope this turned out. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Maybe I hope that you can see this so that you believe me how beautiful it is. This just came off the camera. It is the Lagoon and the Trifid Nebula. Let's hope that it doesn't buffer again, and you can at least enjoy this one beautiful image. So what are you seeing here is just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. On the left, you see the Lagoon Nebula, and on the right, you see the Trifid Nebula. Now let me explain to you what these are. This is, at least I can keep some of my promises now. This was a 3-minute exposure from my camera, and you can see you are looking at millions of stars. You're looking at incredibly thick dust. You can see everything here. Let's start in explaining what an emission nebula is. Okay, wow, exactly, Kathy. This is an absolute wow. And this comes straight off the same camera with which I did the beautiful wide-angle Milky Way. So this is a live image, 3-minute exposure, and it's beautiful. So it is done with a 420 millimeter lens, and I'm going to just run over quickly to the camera because I really want to zoom in for you. So just hang on. Hopefully we don't get buffering again. So hold thumbs now. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit too much zoom here. It's too much. It's maybe a little bit too much zoom. But you know what? I just wanted to show you that even with a little camera, you can do amazing things. What you can see here is the so-called Trifid Nebula. So this Trifid Nebula is so exceptional because you can see 3 things at the same time. First of all, it's an emission nebula. You can see the red part. Can you see the red top part? That is a very, very hot gas consisting mainly of hydrogen and emitting light in the red. Then below that you see a blue nebula. Yeah, it's now we're cooking, exactly. The blue nebula is a reflection nebula. It's a cold nebula. Blue is a color that doesn't actually appear in the universe so often, at least not as a hot gas. Okay, we have green and we have red, but blue is not so apparent there. And the reason for that Yeah, they have really pretty colors. They're really pretty colors. And I'm zooming in like crazy. So, of course, if we take a big telescope, we would have this beautifully resolved. But what is amazing is that even with a wide field, we're seeing this. The blue nebula is a reflection nebula, and is exactly the same reason. It is blue for the same reason why the sky is blue. It consists of very, very small dust particles, and it is starlight that is being reflected away at about 90 degrees and other angles straight into our view. And that's what makes this appear so beautifully blue. So the Trifid comes from the name divided by 3, and you can see that's the third part. Inside the emission nebula, you can see some very, very dark lines, and these dark lines are dust clouds, very, very thick dust clouds, and they absorb. So you have absorption nebula, you have emission nebula, and you have a reflection nebula in one. And that's what makes the Trifid Nebula so special, okay? The distance of the Trifid Nebula from us is about 4,000 light years. The diameter of it is several light years. It could be somewhere between, I think, if I remember correctly, 20, 30 light years. That is still quite a lot. That means that light travels from one end to the other, takes it 30 years, okay? That's 30 years. That is a lot. That is a multiple of our solar system, okay? So whatever whatever you see here happened approximately 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. So let me zoom out again, and let's zoom into the Lagoon Nebula now. So 1 second, I'm going to walk over to the telescope again to move my image. Okay, and now, okay, can't thank you enough, Christian. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much. And now, on the same image, this is quite a large field, is a much bigger nebula. It's approximately at the same distance of the Trifid Nebula, also about 4,000 to 5,000 light years away, and it is the direction of Sagittarius, which means we're looking inwards now. Towards the center of our galaxy, as I explained yesterday. That is where the black hole is. Okay? So this nebula, as you can see, is a lot wider. It's about 3 times wider than the Trifid Nebula, and you could really see this by scale. And what is amazing here is this is a birthplace for young stars. This is where young stars are born. With young stars, we mean stars that may be 1 million years and a few million years. These are very young stars, and they're exceptionally hot. And they are so hot that they ionize most of the hydrogen that surrounds the star. So we have mainly neutral hydrogen, but neutral hydrogen gets quickly ionized because hydrogen is a very light element, and it doesn't take very much to ionize hydrogen. So you get these high ultraviolet rays coming from the stars ionizing the hydrogen, and as the hydrogen then gets ionized, it means it loses its electron, okay? Do you have children to pass on your talent, Jackie? Yes. Okay, I hope I'm not going to bore you with some physics here. So what happens is the hydrogen is ionized. Hydrogen consists of an electron and a proton, okay? So the electron is kicked out by the ultraviolet light. It is stripped off, and then you have a lonely proton wandering around, and then suddenly it captures an electron again, and that electron, the same way it got excited, now releases light as it goes what we call back into the ground state of hydrogen. And as it cascades down, it mainly emits this beautiful red light. And that's what we're seeing there. So that is what we call an emission nebula. Emission nebula, whereby the energy source are the young stars. And you can see lots of young star clusters there. Really amazing. Okay? So, I hope that wasn't a lot too much science. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can enjoy the wide field again. So we've seen two exceptional nebula, and I'm going to zoom out and then I will show you the map again so you know where they are. 1 second. Okay, now I have zoomed out again. Fortunately, we still everything is still. Is it understandable? I'm glad, Dawn. I'm glad it is understandable. So that is the picture. It is placed now vertical because the camera thinks that the picture is upside down because it's looking up. That is why the picture is vertical. It was horizontal before. But it's really beautiful because we managed to put everything into one. So what I also wanted to show you is, let's jump to the Eagle Nebula. Okay, so very nice. Okay, so let's, there are so many beautiful objects to show. We could go on all night, but let me just show you the map quickly before I forget. The annotated map of the Milky Way. Here we go. So, yes, that's it. Okay, I'm going to jump back to the other screen so I can see what you... Oh. Buffering again. Okay, I restarted. It seems every time when it buffers and I restart the stream, it seems to work. Okay, so at least I know now how to solve this. Okay, so my apologies about this. But what you can see is you can actually see the Lagoon Nebula right in the center there. This is what we were looking at yesterday, because that's also very close to where this, you remember the back of the horse, these lines in Sagittarius, these very, very dense dust clouds, okay? Yes, I'm back. So I'm looking at the stream. Every time the stream gets interrupted, I'm just going to switch it off and on, and then we're back in business, okay? So you should be able to see everything now. Okay, so this is the map where we are, and now I want to show you the Eagle Nebula. If you look to the north, right to the north, you should be able to see the Eagle Nebula too. I'm just going to put an arrow, see if I can manage this. Oh, now that was the wrong map. Sorry, let me try again. I moved the map instead. It's supposed to move the arrow. Okay, come arrow, move. You know, everything seems to be resisting today. It doesn't want to. The map is moving. It's crazy. 1 second. Oh, it's maybe the cold or so. Or maybe it's the computer is just not up to date today. I don't know. Okay, let's try again. Move the arrow. Come on. Arrow, you are supposed to move yourself. Yes, now it's moving. Finally. There we go. Up there. M16, the designation M16 is where the Eagle Nebula is. I'm finally getting the arrow to move. It's probably the cold or whatever. I don't know. My laptop is having a little bit of issues. But okay, I need to... Okay. Now I got it across the screen. Even that didn't work properly. Okay, sorry. Now the arrow finally moved across the screen where it's supposed to go. Okay, so that is where M16 is, and that's where I'm going to move the telescope now to. So I'm just waiting for it to happen on your screen so I can see that. In the meantime, yes, it's moving now. Very good. I saw that. Great. Okay, now I'm going to go and jump back to the telescope screen, and I'm going to share the screen with you and hope that everything will work now. So let's see, that is that screen, so you can see it. Take the arrow away, and now jump to my map. Here we go. This is a telescope map, okay? And now we're going to type in the Eagle Nebula, which is M16. So I'm going to ask him now, please find the Eagle Nebula, which is M16. And he says, find. And he does that, and I will tell him now, go there, please, okay? So he's moving, and it's not very far. It's not very far. You could see the journey was a little bit to the north, and he's right there now. And now let's jump back to our screen again. And here I'm back again. Let me see if you're still there. I have to open all these windows and hope that everything is still working. Okay, okay. Everything seems to be still working. I'm still very much alive and kicking here. Good, good, very nice. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a 3-minute exposure. So I have a remote control here. I just wanted to show you that. Sorry that you see even your text here, but I cannot find a way to know whether you're still there. But I have a remote control, and I'm just going to click the remote control and ask for a new image. So let me just do this. Cluck, it went cluck, I heard it. So now we have to wait 3 minutes until we see the Eagle Nebula, and hopefully something beautiful appears on the screen. Okay, that's very funny. Okay, so let's hope everything will work now. You make learning fun. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Still here. Good, good. I'm glad you're all still here and that you have some patience, because that's really what one needs here. It's lots of patience. But it is fun, you know. It is amazing if you saw how interesting it is to be among these telescopes. You know, whilst they're taking a picture, I'm going to just switch quickly and just show you this beautiful place. So I'm sitting here on the side of eye telescope, somewhere along the wall, and there you can see this. You know, one of these telescopes is moving. It's in fact the one on the right. The one on the right is the one that's moving. Let me just expand this a little bit, the view, so you can see that. Okay, yeah, you can just about make it out. Just about make it out. It should be. Yeah, now for once everything is working. I think that if I see it correctly, that should be the telescope that we are used. No, is it? Yeah, I'm not sure about the symmetry at the moment. Yes, maybe it is. No, and I think it's, sorry, I think it's on the other side. I beg your pardon. Now I see it. I'm sorry. It's right here. It's right here. I lost the symmetry. It's right there. That's where it is. Okay. I'm sitting against the wall there. Okay. So now it's buffering again. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. Now we have to do this again. Okay. Okay, we are back now. We are back. I can see that we're back live. So we had another interruption. Thanks for your infinite patience here. 6. Now we're back again. Now we're back. I think. Oh my goodness. No, we're not back. Okay, now we're back. Yes, yes. Okay. I can see we're back. Now all I have to find is the comments and where you all are. There we go. We're back again. Okay. I'm going to try showing you one more picture now, and then I think it's better to stop this because we're just jumping backwards and forwards too much, and it's not what I wanted. Oh, this is beautiful, by the way. That is the Eagle Nebula. That is the famous Eagle Nebula. Okay, so hopefully this will still work for you. That's going to be the final image because I think it gets unbearable jumping backwards and forwards like that. But that is the Eagle Nebula, and why the Eagle Nebula is so famous is, yes, we're back again. Yes, we're back. You see a photo of a telescope, and hopefully it will change in a moment so that you can see the Eagle Nebula. I really hope so. Okay. I cannot understand this. It drives me crazy. Finally. Okay, so that is the Eagle Nebula. It's not coming across very sharp, but it actually has. It's called the Eagle Nebula because it looks like an eagle, at least. Excuse me. If you use some imagination. And what is incredible about the Eagle Nebula, that's where the famous pillars of creation are. Okay, the pillars of creation, which you may have seen on the Hubble telescope, and we could, if we had better bandwidth, I could show you the pillars of creation actually that we've taken with our own telescopes here at iTelescope, which is quite incredible. Okay, so there's about a minute delay. Yes, it's a bad delay, but I think that's about as much as I can do for now because it is just too difficult with the bandwidth. However, I will definitely take more images the whole night, and I will do a better session then when I have better connection. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I will call this a day for now. I'm just going to switch back so you can see me. I really apologize for the poor connection, but I mean this is just the way the world goes. People, I'm glad so much science is being done here. So see it positively. There's a lot of science being done. There's so much interest. Every single telescope is purring away here, which is great. And I'm just another one who's also trying to use the internet here to to make it interesting for you. Okay, so we still got quite a lag, I can see, but so I'm on that. In that sense, I'm just going to say good night to you now. Okay, yeah, we'll try again later, and or another time. Anyway, thank you for the incredible patience. Gosh, we got quite a delay here. I can see that we got quite a delay between your stream and my stream. But anyway, I will call it a day now, and I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for the patience and in spite of everything, I do think you see how beautiful it is. If you've put your camera into the sky, you can actually with binoculars you can see the Eagle Nebula, you can see the Lagoon Nebula, you can see the Trifid Nebula, and many other beautiful nebula, which I would love to show you, but possibly on another time. Okay. So on that night, on that note, on that note, I will finally say good night because now I can see the stream is still working. Okay. I blessed you with the stars. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see now. I will stop the stream. Let's see if I can actually manage to do this. Stop streaming out. That's it. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. And